Stansted Airport has ever been a bit of underdog. Sheltered in the Essex rural area, 40 miles of centre London, its fortunes include been connected to the cheap-cost airline company coup of the 90s and particularly its largest client, Ryanair. It is synonymous in clouded-eyed previous starts, inexpensive air transportation and before 6am pints. Its more than world and charming sisters, Heathrow and Gatwick, include length tussled above who should get the final following move and profit the order to construct else lane. Stansted, on the some brush, has been lively in its their own, more than instant pragmatic industry of mopping up inexpensive air transportation through Europe to destinations such as Timișoara, in West Romania. But is Stansted now proper its own Cinderella successful history? The aeroport's bosses complain Stansted is set to be London's fastest growing aeroport in more than rather than 10.8 millionth airline company seats accessible this summer, 1.2 millionth more than rather than in summer 2017. Onto them, Stansted's increase will exceed all some London airports, in a 12.1% year-on-year growth in consumer demand for lane slots, compared in 1.4% at Heathrow, and 2.1% at Gatwick. Stansted will greet 5 new airlines the year: Primera Airborne, Emirates, WOW Airborne, Air Corsica and Heathrow, serving destinations range of New York, Washington, D.C., Boston and Toronto to Dubai, Corsica, Reykjavik and Kristiansand, Norway. The airport will as well be converted in a new £130-metre arrivals terminus. The 34,000 sqm, 365,972 sq-foot, 3-level house will be constructed following to the present terminus and is anticipated to be finished by 2021. Stansted now sits in a geographical sugary place serving both of London, that is quickly expansion polar and eastward to the airport, and the lively East Anglian area, says Ken O'Toole, head execution of Stansted Airport. The linked in current restriction on lane power in another place in the southward east, tool we are waiting our occupant numbers to achieve 35 millionth per year in the previous 2020s. So which is over Stansted's splash? The airport's property modified hands in 2013 while BAA was constrained to sell Stansted as a outcome of a governing by the contest committee. With later, its new proprietor Manchester Airports Team, magazine, has consumable £150-metre upgrade the Norman encourage design terminus in a attention on increasing its retailer area. The airport now earns £1 per occupant of non-aviation income, mainly, retailer and car parking lot, more than rather than the £1 it does of the air transportation themselves. But it isn't fair the superior shops how are engaging new airlines such as cheap-cost Latvia-based airline company, Primera, that begun a new length drag facility to New York on Thursday. Stansted allows us to increase, says Anastasia Visnikova, Primera's head business official. London to New York is one of the largest means of communication in the planet, she says. The consumer demand of human beings needing to journey is fare infinite, and to income, the fare include to be down there at the order period, in the order time, in the order toolkit. But Stansted has flirted and unsuccessful in length haul air transportation up. Else low-price transporter, AirAsia X, began a facility of Essex to Kuala Lumpur in 2009 but it closed 2 years after. 2 overseas industry class just airlines, EOS and MaxJet, include as well unsuccessful of Stansted. Maybe it wasn't the order period for such airlines. But I wouldn't bet versus new means of communication upcoming behind to Stansted, says Ms. Visnikova, who hints her airline company is looking at launch new air transportation to various continents of Stansted. Occupant stream has enlarged about the planet. It is terrible. Down there are human beings traveling present who we'd never believe would be traveling though a year back. Times are change, the machinery is change, the technique is change. Aircraft is proper more than affordable and the choice of the order means of communication in the order intellect over them will prosper. I treated at Stansted among 1990 to 2003, for KLM's UK affiliate, Air UK, that start up a web of national and Europe services. After we set hum, a cheap-cost airline company that added more than Europe destinations. The 90s saw several erroneous starts in several main Europe airlines test out services to their mainland hubs, but no durable. Down there was though a brief-lived Chicago facility managed by US Airlines. The aeroport wasn't as so named as it is present, and it took the large increase by cheap-cost communication to put it solidly on the card. As accessing has superior of future afield and some airports include be more than overloaded, Stansted can now supporting more than diverse services. The arrive of Emirates, in special, is a actual voice of trust. The airline company's strong Dubai hub will ensure world accessing to the aeroport's increasing drainage. Emirates understands the advantages that Stansted giving. The increasing technology and pharma production about Cambridge and lightweight accessing to polar London, Essex, East Anglia and the Midlands will all supporting selectivity increase at the aeroport. Time Stansted win TBL's Heathrow, it has a increasing part to act. Stansted's largest prospect put in its replacement power. Heathrow is complete, Gatwick is cute lot complete, if nobody wants to increase in London we've got the power to do how occur, says Ken O'Toole. Gatwick is the planet's other busiest solitary lane aeroport in the planet following Mumbai and Handrail, 45.7 millionth passengers per year. Stansted, in difference, now Handrail 26.1 millionth, but a planner hat framework its occupant numbers to 35 millionth per year. It has newly attached to expand the to 43 millionth. While Meg purchased Stansted of BAA in 2013, it would be equitable to say how the aeroport had lot of unused capacity. Nearly precisely 5 years after, and possessing driven a new vanity to the aeroport, we include a actual pulse and we are predictive extended powerful increase in occupant numbers.